Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, happy weekend. This is Rob the Mad Hatter from the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV. I am sitting here, and I'd like to welcome back after a long-ass hiatus, my boy, the evil genius of Major League Baseball, Mr. Dr. Dan Kidd. What is going on out there?
What is going on, man? Everything's going on. There's been a lot of craziness. I've been feeling a little bad, man, that I can't be helping out the nation. I know it's been a tough go in the MLBs for a lot of people lately. Hey, man, we're gonna try and right that ship today and make ourselves some money. We're gonna go with some tried and true, simplistic, just like out there things that we can do to get that bankroll back up and up, baby.
Oh, definitely, man. You know what? You know what's crazy is I took a big play on the Nasties. I ended up cashing that, and then I ended up doing a smaller play on the team total with the Phillies. That the Philly bats. I mean, even though they've been losing, they came out and started scoring a lot of runs all of a sudden, kid.
That they did.
I don't know what's going on with that, man. But I don't see that happening today, my brother.
No.
That's a little cliffhanger. What we got coming up today, guys? We are Sports Bettors TV, man, the biggest show in the world. Put your hands up. Get ready for us, man, because we are ready to fly high this morning. I got a lot of people already retweeting our show. I got Zay out there, Irvin. I got Snoopy Betts, A100 Bets. Let's see who else is out there this morning. We got Arthur Ashe, the Turtle. I got Sylvia. I got Eddie E. I got Sin City Maverick, Boston Boy, Postal Pete, Benjamin Rowe, Direct Sports Solutions. Good morning to you guys. How you doing? And Dan, we started off Freaky Fridays last week, man. It's been unbelievable. I don't know if you know what we got going on, but with the hashtag SBTVNation, everybody's been sending us the hottest female photos that they have. The last 2 weeks, we had Zay win week 1. Yesterday, we had Immaculate win. When you hashtag the SBTVNation, bro, I know you've been out for a minute. Take a look at what's on there. You'll be, like, on the floor. Just don't do it when your wife's around. That's all I got to say about that. So, dude, we got a bunch of stuff going on, man. We got a big card on the diamond today, man. Looking forward to getting involved with that. And we got the Belmont Stakes, Dan.
Oh, yeah. We got the race for the triple, baby.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get into that when we go from there. But just looking real quick, guys. As you guys know, I follow the fake fam. My man Crush the Bookie, Cousin Pete, Sheets Money, all them guys out there. I'm going to do a soccer play, man. I'm going to take the Champions League today with Cousin Pete, and I'm going to do the over in the Barcelona game, the 2.5. I think, you know what? I've been seeing everybody make so much damn money with the soccer. I'm going to take a shot. So, Pete, if you're listening, I'm with you. I'm going to take the 2.5 with you, brother.
Yeah,
So, go ahead.
I'm riding that as well.
All right, cool deal.
I'm not saying anybody do this, and this is a little soft spot because Juventus was the only team growing up that I could ever watch internationally on my TV. I'm going to take Juventus to win this. At plus 450 to 500, depending on where you find it. I know Barca's a force, but so is Juventus. And this is soccer, baby. Put one away early, and that game might be over.
Oh, wow, okay. All right, but so we're going from there. Hey, Zay, thank you very much for the booty photo. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's nice.
I love everybody was, the dream is all done with baseball. 40 games in, he's all done. But you know what? Hey, man, I'm looking forward to cashing some tickets with you today, brother.
Oh, yeah. And I just got to say one thing, because I know a lot of our nation got kids and, like, all this stuff. And if you're going out to the ballpark, guys, just look at what happened at Fenway yesterday. That can happen to anybody. Anybody. So, just be careful when you're out there. Make sure you're taking your precautions. Hey, Carlos Beltran almost took my head off with a line drive foul ball one time.
What happened at Fenway?
A lady almost died from getting hit by Marco Scudero's broken bat.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yep, he broke his bat, snapped his bat, went over the third base, literally impaled the lady in the head. She was with her young kid. So, thoughts and prayers out to her. But you guys, I know you think, like, a lot of people, they sit close. You want to sit right there. If you got young kids, stuff like that, take a few rows back. Just take a few rows back.
Yeah, right. So what happens in that situation, Dan? Do you get a lawsuit or what happens there?
No, because in baseball, on your ticket, every time you go into a game, batted balls and bats, it says it's part of the game. Like they take no liability. So you're basically signing a contract when you buy your ticket and walk into that stadium. It's just an unfortunate incident. There's nothing that you can do to prevent it. It's a shame, but, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Like I said, man, I was at a game one time, sitting right over the first base dugout, the home dugout for the Mets, and Beltran hit a line drive that hit the button on the top of my hat. Man, I played baseball my whole life. I couldn't get my glove up. I couldn't do anything. If that ball had been 2 inches lower, I would have taken it right to the dome. And I'm saying, not saying that I'm the best baseball player in the world or even close to it, but anybody can get caught, man. Don't think you're Superman.
Definitely. All right, and I'm thinking about going to the Stanks game on Father's Day. My wife wants to take me there.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my only suggestion is take that train. Don't be driving.
No, yeah, that's what she wants to do. So, I'm looking forward to that. Usually it's the Mets that are home for Father's Day. I'm surprised this year that they're not.
Yeah, they have that series, I think, right before it. I was actually thinking the same thing. I was thinking about taking my wife and kids out to maybe the Friday night Braves game on June 13th or 14th. But, we'll see about that. I know I got my brother actually moving down to Maryland. And so we'll be going down there and probably catch a Nats game, an O's game, maybe even catch a Phillies game on the way down. So I'll let everybody know if I'm going to be around those areas. But, yeah, man. Yanks on Father's Day. It'll be a nice treat.
Definitely, man. Dan, your bet is looking pretty good with me with the Phillies. The under/over of 95 wins. Or I'm sorry, 95 losses.
I wasn't going to bring it up. But
Dan and I have a bet here that I said the Phillies would be under 95 losses. He said the over, and the loser has to bring the winner to an MLB playoff game, regardless of where it is. We might be going. I think the Stanks will sneak into the playoffs, though. Even though I hate them.
Yeah, but it would be cheaper to fly out to Kansas City. Get tickets in Kansas City than it will be to buy a Stanks playoff ticket.
Yeah, good point. Well, we can always see
the Mets are still in first place.
We can always
make a trade.
Yeah, we can always see the nasties too.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I thought going down there, man. I was looking at some tickets. I figured Washington would be expensive and all that, and you go see a game down there anytime.
Right. Exactly. All right, man. So, why don't we jump right into it, Dan? First things first, for all the hockey people out there, I just want to get into this game real quick with the hockey. Pulling up the NHL lines from SportsBettersTV.com. We got the Chicago Blackhawks coming into the Tampa Biscuit Lightning. Tampa Biscuit minus 123 with an under/over of 5. I don't think Tampa Bay loses tonight. I really don't, Dan.
I have a hard time. I mean, obviously, I have a very bitter taste in my mouth still. Man, I can't see them losing.
No, so you think they're going to win the game tonight?
I do, but I don't know, man. There's something nagging. I'm not going to bet it. But Bishop looked good in game one. But they still lost. I mean, Tampa Bay only scoring a goal. That's a little concerning. This is really a must-win. It's really a must-win for them.
Yeah, of course it is, man. Because if they go down 0-2, having to go to Chicago to play 2 games,
right?
That's an issue.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I know everybody can say, look at what they did to the Rangers, and very true. The Rangers played like garbage at MSG. But I still think that the Blackhawks are a team that has a lot of resiliency, a lot of resolve. And if they take them down 2-0, Tampa Bay might be getting swept. months.
Definitely. But big shout out to Clown Man Swag. Good morning, brother. I got Smokey out there. Who else is out here? Rick Lopez, Vegas Girl 92661. Scott Weaver's out there. Good morning, brother. He said it was Brett Laurie's broken back.
Brett Laurie, yeah. I don't know why. But yeah, no, Brett Laurie's bat. But yeah, man, scary incident. I really hope that lady's okay. I mean, she's got a young son. It's a scary incident. Hey, even me, when I go with my kids, man, we sit, like, in the bleachers. Not only is it cheap, but it's safe.
Yeah, or you could do behind home plate with the net there.
Yeah, you can, and I definitely sit back there, but, I mean, no offense, I'm not taking my 3-year-old for a $700 ticket.
You're not doing it like that yet.
I'll save that for when we go to the playoffs.
Hey, you know what, man? If I hit this $100,000 that I'm on a quest to do, then maybe next year I'll be more than happy to do that. But
kid's gonna have a box to every game.
Yeah, exactly. Big ups to Lou Dog, hashtag SBTVNation as well. All right, Dan. So you and I are both leaning the Tampa Biscuit Lightning tonight. I don't know if I'm going to bet that for sure. I may get a live look in with the in-game wagering, but we'll have the conversation. I'll put that out later on if that's something that I'm entertaining. But now it's time to get to the diamond, my friend.
Oh, yeah. I think that's got all the pictures up, everything, man. I'm ready to go.
All right, fantastic. So let me just switch this up while I'm doing that, guys. Just give me a second so we can find some music here to make this thing work. All right. So, the Diamond, kid. Let's make this thing happen. Let me pull up my website here so we can go from there. Son, I'll tell you right now, man, them Arizona Bats are no joke. The D-backs.
No, man, no. And, I know you're on them, and I took a flyer on them at the beginning of the year. Dude, 2 games under 500. They can hit with anybody. I think they have enough young pieces where if a good arm comes available, they might be able to go out and snag him, and they might make some noise. I'm not saying they get in, but 2 games under 500 with a good offense in a bad offensive year in baseball, really.
Right.
I mean, overall, you got some teams obviously that are dominant, but a really down offensive year overall in baseball. We'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good, man. So the first game I got on the ticket, Mr. Evil Genius, I have the Chicago Cubs coming into the Washington Nasties. And yes, I did take the Nasties last night, guys. Chicago's got Jason Hamill on the mound. Washington has Joe Ross. Do you have a line there, Dan?
I don't see a line.
All right, let me see if I can find it on sportsbetterstv.com. That's usually Old Faithful to find the lines, kid. Let's see.
See a line.
Are you on the on our website?
No, I'm not on.
All right, I got it right here. Sports Bettors TV, Old Faithful. I've got the Chicago Cubs minus 116. They're actually favored with an under/over of anywhere from 7.5 to 8. Dan, why are the Chicago Cubs favored over the Washington Nasties today?
Joe Ross.
Joe Ross.
Joe Ross is pitching for the Nasties. This guy was a first-round pick, 25th overall in 2011. He comes with a lot of accolades in minor leagues, right? This year, I mean, he's 2-2, but he has a 2.81 ERA in the minors. But he started 9 games, so I don't know what's going on. If their farm system is just garbage, I'm not too up to date on the Nasties farm. But this kid can chuck it, and I always get worried. First start, major leagues, it can either go 2 ways. Either he's going to get lit up, or he's going to be dominant.
Right.
It just. So I understand. I mean, the Cubs, you got Hamill on the mound. He's 4-2 with a 2.82. But this is a Washington home game, 12:05. I think that puts a minor league kid more in that comfort zone because their day games tend to be early as well. I don't know, man. I would have to stay away from this game, but something's eating me that the Nasties are going to pull off this win.
The bats came alive last night, man.
Yeah, they do that every once in a while.
Yeah, right. They're very inconsistent, man. I mean, they're only 5 games over 500, but they're the overall number one favored team to win the World Series according to odds.
Which is insane.
You think so?
Which is just insane. It's just, I mean, that's look. I can't. I'm starting to think that offense is going to cost them, and I understand why. They're going to get into the playoffs, right? And they have the pitching, all about the pitching, and I think they're reminding the odds makers that of the Giants. You know, I think that's kind of how they're reminding them with a little better offense. I think they're still favored though because they're expected to make a trade. If they don't make a trade, they'll be in trouble. Okay. So we'll see what happens, but I don't see them as the number one right now. I mean, there are teams out there that I would put ahead of them. I know people will call me crazy, but hey, that's just how I feel. I mean, I think Kansas City's better than them.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the Dodgers are better than them.
Yeah, the Dodgers are definitely a good team, man, with that rotation and their bats.
Right.
I mean,
so, Kershaw's finding his way. He wasn't going to be bad all year. I know Greinke got blown up a little bit, but he's still good. At any time, if they need any piece, they'll make a trade for a pitcher. They will get another. You watch, they'll get another pitcher in there.
Yeah.
And I still think even though it's kind of crazy, like the Cardinals, man, I still like the Cardinals better.
You do, huh? The St. Lucia Cardinals, kid. They've been making me a lot of money. The Cardinals, man. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, they're 37-18. They, I did not expect this at the beginning of the year. This was probably my biggest bonehead over/under call. But I just thought that Wainwright was going to get hurt, and he did get hurt. But they're still just motoring. I mean, they're almost 20 games over 500. So to me, they would far and away. I think they're far and away my number one right now.
All right, so getting back to this game, man, we're already
stay away from it.
Yeah, we're staying away from this one. The Washington Nationals are 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games. They got swept by the Reds last weekend, man. And the Chicago, believe it or not, the Cubs are 2-4 straight up in the last 6 on the road as well. And these two teams are up there as far as making some noise in the postseason. So pretty crazy, man. That's baseball for you. We're gonna fall back from that one. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Houston Astros at the Toronto Blue Jays. Houston has Oberholzer on the mound. Toronto has Drew Hutchinson. Toronto minus 140 with an under-over of 8.5. Dan, what you got here?
Yeah, I mean, I like Houston. I think that they're going to knock around Hutchinson. I mean, he's just been really bad. And even lately, I mean, he's just been consistently bad all year. It's not like he's had a few bad games. Somehow he's won, though. With a 5.26 ERA and an almost 1.4 whip, he's managed to win games because Toronto can score.
Oh, yeah.
With anybody. But, I mean, again, this is a game that, I hate to say it, I think you just got to fall back from. I think it's really a coin flip here with a slight, maybe 51-49 Houston,
Really, and they're an underdog here, man.
I know.
I'm taking a look
That's why I kind of like them.
I'm taking a look at the total here of 8.5. I like what Toronto does at home. I mean, that's a that's a ballpark where they're definitely hitting the ball out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yep. But I'm looking at it.
Obviously, and then the thing is with that field, hard ground balls that take, the crazy turf stuff. You got to take that into account. That's why it's a difficult game to call, man.
Yeah, Toronto at home, dude, 5.37 runs a game. And Dan, what's surprising me, and we've been talking about this all week, the Houston Astros, they at home have been pretty bad with scoring, but on the road they're scoring over 5 runs a game, dude.
Yeah, you might want to look at the over.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I think we get a piece of the over in this being 8.5. I hate when they're 9. I always fall back when they're 9, but 8.5, I can stomach the 8.5, and I think they scored 8 runs between the two of them yesterday. I think Houston maybe gets a 3, 4 spot, 5 spot, or whatever. I think we'll be all right here with the over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you could buy that down to 8, I think you're golden.
Right.
That's what I'm going to really try to do, Dan.
I would do that early because I think that it's going to get slammed, I think that it's going to go up.
All right, gotcha. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Texas Rangers coming into the K-Sizzle Royals. Texas has Wandy Rodriguez on the mound. K-Sizzle has Yordano Ventura. K-Sizzle minus 165 with an under-over of 8. Kid, I think I am all over the Royals today. But tell me about the Wandy Rodriguez has a 2-2 record with a 3.55 ERA, and Ventura 3-4 record with a 4.26. I can tell you this much, that this Texas Rangers team, man, 3 games over 500. Dan, just saying, 100 to 1, 100 to 1 to win the World Series, man. Their bats are incredible. Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I did not expect that, out of the Rangers, but man, Ventura, I fully expect him to come out and do what he does today. But this Rangers lineup, like you said, man, at any time it can just bust out. And I don't like it as much as you do. I like the Royals, but not quite as much as you do, and I don't think I can throw down on it. Ventura, while good, he hasn't been great, and he seems to come out of too many games with something, whether it's an ejection or an injury. That's what scares me. And the pitcher for the Rangers today has not been terrible. Right, Wandy is 2-2 with a 3.55. I don't know. I'm gonna fall back off this. I love the Royals. You know that. I mean, they're my guys. But I'm falling back off this game.
They've been playing really bad lately, man. I mean, it's this kind of, remember last year we had the same situation, Dan? Remember I actually texted you. Dan and I went on before opening day, and Dan called the Kansas City Royals to go to the World Series. This was last year, 2014, right? Everybody thought we were crazy. We got all this hate, all these hate messages like, you guys are out of your mind, blah, 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 right? So then I text you, I want to say it was was it this time last year or was closer to the All-Star break? I said, Dan, that Royals pick looks awful right now.
Oh yeah, they went on like a huge, they went on an 8-game losing streak and then lost 12 out of 13 or 14. And I was sitting there like, okay. Feeling like a jackass. And then but hey, I don't want to sound cocky or egotistic, anything. I trust in my futures more than anything else that I do. I've been watching this game for too long. It's it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Right.
So
Exactly. So taking a look at this, guys. So that's just so you know, that is the season of baseball. We have 162 games. All right, they're going to go up and down. You're going to see the Tigers right now, being awful. But that Tigers team can turn it around and all of a sudden, make it into the World Series and win the whole thing. I mean, that's what baseball is. It's not, you and I were talking about football, being once a week.
Right.
And, this is every single day, man. You got players sitting, you got injuries, you got this whole package, you know what I mean? And different rotations and bullpens and the whole package,
And that's why, guys, if you're a daily baseball bettor, you've got to immerse yourself in it. Unlike football, where you can watch a game obviously once a week. And I don't want to get on my high horse, but the reason that I don't make a lot of plays or really any during the week anymore, you got to immerse yourself because, like Hatter said, man, these games can go either way. Teams go streaky one way or the other, up and down. And like I said, it's a marathon. You're just hoping to be within, shooting distance of the first place team by the time it comes down to September. That's the goal. And teams get hot, teams get cold. It's a long season. Bats go cold. Things happen. You really got to be abreast of everything that's going down.
Definitely, man. And I am all into it right now. I am like every single day, full throttle, man, just ready to rock. And what sucks, dude, I'm so mad at myself. So, Guys, I had a really bad baseball night on Thursday, right? So I go in and I put my play in yesterday. I put the nasties in. I did a lighter play on the Philadelphia Phillies team total. It didn't work, right? And I forgot to put my plays on Caprotech. I'm so mad at myself. So my record is going to be a little skewed, but hey, whatever. You know what? That's my bad, and I got to live it, breathe it, and eat it. So it is what it is. Guys, if you're doing a third-party site, make sure you put all your plays in there. Don't forget. It sucks. Why couldn't I forget on Thursday? Anyway, next one we got on the ticket, we got the Milwaukee Brewers coming into them Minnesota Twins, who are who we thought they were, to quote Mr. Denny Green, in my opinion, anyway. Milwaukee has Matt Garza on the mound. Minnesota has J.R. Graham. Minnesota minus 125 with an under-over of 8.5 kid. Talk to me about this Minnesota Twins team. I don't really care for them, man. It's like I feel like they can hit. I get it. They could score. I get it. I just don't think they're in a tough division, man. I don't think they make the playoffs, dude. What do you got?
No, I can't see them making it. The Twins are they're a scrappy team. They're okay. I know they're 10 games over 500. And I know Detroit looks like garbage now, but Kansas City looks good still. Kansas City will definitely be there, and Detroit will be there in the end. The White Sox, I think are garbage. And there are just other much better teams that will be playing for that wild card, and the Twins are going to get caught off by their pitching. Their hitting isn't good either, but they don't really have much. It's been smoke and mirrors. They are who they thought they are, but today they're going to win.
All right, Dan. Let me ask you a question just about the respective division winners here. My opinion, I think we're going to see Stanks, Royals, Angels. I think the Angels are going to get that division, even though Houston has the big lead. I think the Angels got the pedigree to make it work. Do you disagree with me on that?
I don't disagree. The thing is, and this is going to sound crazy, is at the beginning of the year I thought the Blue Jays were going to be there. Yep. I know they're 4.5 games back. They're obviously 4 under 500. They don't look good. I got to see if they make a trade for a pitcher.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
If they get a good pitcher in there, but here's the thing, the Yankees are also shopping for pitching. I know that because they're looking at Nice and G on the Mets, which is crazy because both our guys will get smoked at Yankee Stadium. But, we'll see what happens. But right now, the Yankees are looking real good, obviously. But, the Orioles can still get in there. The Blue Jays can still get in there. That division's still bunched up. Nobody's farther than 5.5 back. If anybody on the Red Sox can figure out how to pitch, they have a chance. And then I look at the Central, right? And the Tigers are 500 right now. They will go on a long winning streak at some point. It's just almost a given. The Royals are a game back of the Twins. The Royals, I still think, win that division.
Me too.
I think you're right with the Angels, with the Astros getting a wild card. Obviously, I thought the Mariners, Astros, and Angels were going to make the playoffs before the season. And the Mariners are just, they hit worse than my grandmother. Yeah, so, it is what it is. But no, the Astros, I think, will sustain themselves. I think it'll be a battle between the Astros and the Angels the whole year. I think the Cardinals are going to run away and hide with the NL Central. And then I still like the Padres in the West. I think they get better and better.
All right, well, they're starting to turn it around here. But getting back to this game, Dan, the Milwaukee Brewers at the Minnesota Twins. Sorry we're jumping around so much, guys. It's just like, listen, you know what? The lack of baseball knowledge I get from the Dream. So when I get the evil genius on, it's like a whole different package. You know what I'm saying? So just bear with me.
Go on soliloquies, guys.
I can talk to you. I can talk. I love
it. Get in a candy store.
And you know what? I started out being like the Dream with baseball last year. Dude, we actually did a video and we had to edit out some of my comments about baseball. Remember that, Dan?
Yeah.
Because I was hating on it so much. Now I can sit here and talk for 3 hours about baseball with you.
Yeah.
But the Milwaukee Brewers, 17
Take
games
the
under.
Twins today.
You like the Twins, huh?
Yeah, take the Twinkies.
Oh, man.
Take the Twinkies. Garza's garbage.
Yeah, 2-7 record with a 6 ERA. I kind of agree with you there, man.
You know, you gotta roll with it. I mean, the Twinkies, they're home. You know, I like them a lot today. I mean, the Brewers are garbage.
Twins have a 5.33 runs per game at home. And taking a look at this here, they are going against Garza, which you said is garbage. So maybe, yeah, dude, let's take the Twins today.
I mean, minus 123.
That doesn't make any sense to me, bro.
It doesn't, but it's because, I don't know, I think they're looking too much into, like, one game.
All right.
I believe that.
Who's this J.R. Graham? What's his story for the Twins?
Yeah, so, I mean, J.R. Graham, obviously hasn't had a win, got a 3.1 ERA. To me, this game is not so much about him. I mean, this is going to be, I believe, his first start, but he's been pitching out of the pen 14 games. He's struck out 17 guys in 20 innings. So, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. So, you know, I mean, they've been stretching him out. I think he'll be good enough. Today. I just think that Garza is going to get lit up. That's where I'm going with this.
Dude, I never do this, and it's the Twins, and I probably won't. But are you feeling froggy enough to do a run line there?
I almost am. I mean, it's just too. I don't know, man. It's just too much not to. It doesn't make sense to me. There's too much value there.
Yeah. No, minus 123. There's no reason to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, at the run line, what is it? Plus 165.
Wow.
I like that.
I'm not going to do a run line with the Twins. I'm just putting it out there for all you maniacs that are out there. To convert them into an underdog. I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a Twins Royals parlay.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll get back to you guys on it. So. Going to the next game here on the ticket, guys. Hope you're feeling the information today, because I know I am. Whoa. I might have to add this one, too. We got the San Francisco Giants coming into the Philadelphia Phillies. San Francisco has their ace on the mound, Mr. Madison Bumgarner. Philadelphia has Serviano Gonzalez. San Fran minus 200 with an under-over of 7. What you got there?
Not much to say in this game. Phillies suck. They will lose 100 games. Bumgarner's going to go out there and dominate. Look at minus 200. You got to pair it, but throw down on the run line. Pair it with something else. I got a nice pairing for this game, and I'm going to ride it.
What would be the first 5 team total for the Phillies? Probably going to be like 1.5 runs.
I was thinking a half.
A half? Yo, if you could bet that, that's probably plus money.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I think that look, the thing is with Bumgarner and any pitcher of his ilk is in Philadelphia, it's a bandbox, so you might run the risk of someone just turning one around on him. But, I mean, it doesn't concern me that much. I'm feeling pretty good about them today. And like I said, I'm pairing this with another game, a little different than you, but I'm all over this.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I really like the team total under with, what do you call it here, with the Phillies.
Yeah.
Probably 3.5. No, actually, it's probably going to be 3.
2.5.
2.5? What?
I mean, if you 3 to me, you take that all day.
Okay.
You take that all day.
Got it, man.
Because I thought. I mean, I gotta look, but what's the over under of the game at right now?
7.
Right, so 7. So yeah, 4 and 3. I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's like 4.5, 2.5 is the way I look at that. I mean, that's me, right? You never really see that, but So if I could get that even at 3 for that team total.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a look at that, guys. Wow, Dan, there's a lot of good baseball here today, man.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait. We got, let's see, retweeting the show. I've got the pick. I've got winning picks. I got THOTN. What is up? I've got, let's see, Rich Comack out there, Theo Bear, CK Noyen, Scott Weaver, good morning to you. The Capper Zone is out there. Guys, what is up, man? We're flying high today with the Diamond. Next game we got on the ticket, we got the Oakland A's at the Boston Red Sox. Dude, Clay Buchholz has been pitching pretty well, surprisingly. What the hell's that all about?
Yeah.
He's been playing.
It's an aberration.
Yeah, he's been playing some garbage team. Yeah, right, exactly. Oakland has Jesse Chavez on the mound. Boston has Joe Kelly. Oakland slightly favored -115 with an under-over of 8.5. What you got?
Yeah, I think Clay Buchholz might have washed his hair for once, and maybe that got him there.
Yeah, right.
I have a different pitching matchup today.
Yeah, this is a nasty game anyway, Dan. I don't even know if I want to talk about it.
Yeah, Chavez. I'm good on this. This is 2 garbage teams.
Yeah.
Garbage teams.
Let's keep it moving, man, because we have a guest coming on and all that, and let's go into what we want to talk about here. I'm going to put a message into Fan Ape to give us a little bit more time here. We got the Miami Marlins coming into the Colorado Rockies. Miami has Phelps on the mound. Chris Russin has Chris Russin for Colorado. Miami has David Phelps. Let me punch him in and just see if he can sit back and let us do our baseball. Hold on one second.
All right.
Get him in. See if I can get him. Doesn't look like I got him. Do I got you, Dan, still?
You got me.
Fan Ape, hello. I do not. Okay. We'll try it. We'll continue to try to get him in. But anyway, Miami, Colorado, dude. Colorado, Coors Field, man. They've been thorn in everybody's side, man. Scoring a lot of runs there. What's your take on this? What's your take on this? The under-over is probably like 10s.
Yeah, man. Again, another game. I don't like betting Coors Field. I mean, you got this pitcher for Colorado who's 1-0 with a .77. And then Phelps is 2-2 with a 3.5, which probably means that both guys will give up 19 runs today.
Yeah, right.
You know, exactly. I mean, a day game, Coors Field. I'm just staying away. All
right. So the under over there is 10.5. We got Colorado -109. Dude, the other night I had the Dodgers with Greinke and Coors Field, right?
Yeah.
I was down 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning, kid, and won the game with a grand slam. Loved it. I thought I was dead. Kid, I even posted like a picture of the Dodgers, with the dog crapping on the logo and everything. I was like, oh, forget it, blah, blah, blah. And then sure enough, I ended up smoke showing it. So next one we've got on the ticket is the San Diego Padres coming into the Cincinnati Reds. Dude, the Cincinnati Reds bullpen, I think, sucks, man.
Except for Chapman.
Yeah, but I mean, you see what the Phillies did to that bullpen?
Oh, I mean, the Reds bullpen is the worst in baseball.
Oh, my God. Cincinnati -115 with an under-over of 8. San Diego has Andrew Kashner on the mound. Cincinnati has Mike Lorenzen.
Yeah, I like San Diego today.
You do, huh? On the road?
I do. Yeah, on the road. Like I said, I think, the Padres have been playing... I mean, they're 500, but they've been playing better baseball. They beat the Reds 6-2 on the road the other day. They scored 7, and 6, obviously, winning 2 out of 3 against my Mets. Now, obviously, they're on the road, but, they came into Cincinnati after a long travel day and beat up on them. And again, like you said, man, I like Kashner, and that Reds pen is terrible.
Awful, man. So
you're not you can if you're down 4-0 going into the 7th inning of the game. Normally you're punching yourself. You don't have to be against that team. They could give up. That bullpen can give up a 6-7 spot in an inning.
I know the Phillies came back and won 2 games with that.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. We're gonna fall back from that. Like you said, I mean, maybe if you were to get Cincy, maybe you go in a first 5 with Cueto. That's about it.
Anything.
All right. Next game we got on the ticket, we got the Baltimore Orioles coming into the Cleveland Indians. This Cleveland Indian team, though, man, not bad. They beat up on the Royals, bro. Baltimore has Ubalo Jimenez on the mound. Cleveland has Danny Salazar. Cleveland minus 145 with an under-over of 7.5. What you got there?
Yeah, I mean, it's another toss, and I hate to say this, guys. This game is a toss-up to me. I mean, Jimenez hasn't been bad, right? 3-3 with a 3.12. But he's on the road. Cleveland's playing a little better. Baltimore hasn't been playing great. Salazar's 5-1, but with a 3.8 ERA. I lean Cleveland here. I lean Cleveland.
Let me punch Fan Ape and see if I can get him in now for once. Do I got fanape.com on the line?
Hello.
Yo, what's going on, player? How you doing?
Very well. Oh, my God. Teddy and I are so excited. This is like Christmas Day. He had to wrap me in wet sheets today and beat me about the body with a car antenna just to calm me down, Rob. I just swallowed him. It was awesome.
Awesome, guys. Welcome to the party. What Dan and I are doing, guys, if you don't mind, we're just going to finish up with our little baseball here. We, people rely on us for the diamond, and then we'll get right into continuing to make some money with the Belmont Stakes with you guys. How about that? And if you have any opinions on the baseball, feel free to chime in.
All right, absolutely. Hey, where's the dream? Did we scare him off?
The dream is off on the weekends, brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's got to go and lick his wounds from his baseball losses. So that's why he's off the map today. So getting back to this, Dan. If, like I said, guys, feel free to chime in on the baseball talk. Do you guys follow baseball?
I know of it. I've heard of that sport.
All right.
That's where the hurler throws that spear at a gentleman holding a tube of wood, right?
Yes, that would be correct. Yeah. And we had a hurler last night, by the way, guys, that switched pitch.
Really?
With his right hand and his left hand in one inning.
Who was that?
I saw that. I heard about the ambidextrous pitcher.
Yes, Venditti for Oakland got called up. He's 29 years old. He got a ground out left-handed, gave up a single right-handed, but then forced a inning-ending double play right-handed. His glove works on both hands. It's unbelievable to watch.
Now, I've never heard of that before.
I can't even open a door with both hands.
I know. Seriously, I mean, hey, I guess it gives him a backup. If he needs Tommy John on one, he can still throw the other.
Yeah, right.
I guess.
All right. So anyway, getting back to this Cleveland Indians game.
Lean Cleveland, but stay away, guys.
Yeah, stay away from this. Cleveland, 2 games under 500. I cannot believe what they did to the K-Sizzle Royals, man. They just kind of swept the floor with them.
Yeah, these things happen sometimes. It's the division game. Right now, even though we're only like 60 games in, these teams start looking at it. I got to beat these guys in my division.
Yeah, definitely.
Big thing.
Definitely. Next game we got on the ticket, we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Dan.
Let's get through quick.
If we don't like the games, we'll just keep it moving, okay? Yep. But there's a couple of things here that I'm really, really interested in. Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Jeff Locke, Julio Terahan for Atlanta. Dan, any opinion there?
Stay away. Locke has been bad. 3-3 of the 5.34, and Tehran 4-2 of the 4.87. Just pass.
Pass. I agree. Detroit Tigers at the Chicago White Sox. Detroit has their David Price has been pretty good, man.
It's warm out.
Yeah, right, exactly. You can't pitch in cold weather. Chicago has John Danks. Detroit, damn, minus 160 on the road. Dude, they have no business giving that. No way in hell, dude.
It's
7.5.
the White Sox and John Danks on the mound, man. I'm all over this. This is my pairing.
Wow.
Bumgarner and David Price.
Really? The Tigers? That's a lot of balls, Dan.
It is a lot of balls. But you know what? Hey, I know the Tigers, but you got David Price for a reason. It's warm out. You've been losing. I mean, you've been losing. He's got to stop it right here.
Okay.
He's got to stop it right here, because if he doesn't stop it right here, and you lose at least 2 out of 3 of the Red Sox, this will be their 8th or 9th loss in a row. This is also a game where they'll fall under 500 if they lose. It can't and it won't happen. Not against the White Sox. I just can't believe that. I know they got swept by the Athletics. Man, their offense is going to find a way to get it done today.
All right. So, hey, good luck with that, Dan. Next one we got on the ticket, LA Angels at the New York Stanks. The Angels got blown up. And then all of a sudden they came back and almost won the game, man, with the Yankees bullpen. The Stanks have Adam Warren. LA has Garrett Richards. Pretty much even money all across the board with an under-over of 8. This is a tough matchup for me to gauge, dude. I have no opinion.
Stay away. Just stay away. I mean, Adam Warren, like, he can get blown up at any time. I mean, you know, both guys have been mediocre. Obviously, I lean the Yankees because they're at home, but I'm not touching it.
I feel you, brother. Next game we got on the ticket, and I love a no-score first inning with this one. We got the Tampa Biscuit Rays coming into the Seattle Mariners. Tampa Biscuit has Alex Colomé. Seattle has King, Felix Hernandez. Seattle minus 180 with an under-over of 6.5. What you got there?
I got that the King is mad.
Yeah.
He's got to be mad.
Yeah, definitely.
You know me. I don't like no score first innings, but if you're gonna take it, I guess, you know.
Dude, I don't think they've lost with this, Dan.
Are they gonna go over an hour?
What's that? What's that, Tommy?
That was our guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think he's talking back on, but you know, Tampa Bay also has been terrible against King Felix. So, you know, he coming off a bad outing, you know, hey, man, these things happen even to the best pitchers. You know, Tom Seaver had a bad outing. Sandy Koufax had a bad outing. What makes him great is he'll come back today. Dude, the Rays have scored only once in their past 38 innings against Felix Hernandez.
Wow.
And not at all in the last 16.
Dude, I'm just no score first inning that, man. Just because of the Seattle bats, I can't back Seattle. I hear you. I am gonna take the Mariners. I know I'm taking some losers today. All right.
I am gonna go with King Felix.
Okay. All right. Next game we got on the ticket is we got 2 more guys, so just bear with us here. St. Lucia at the LA Dodgers. St. Lucia has Jamie Garcia. LA has Mr. Clayton Kershaw. LA minus 190 with an under-over of 6. Woo! Damn.
What happened to your pronunciation dictionary, kid? It's Jaime.
Jaime.
Jaime Garcia.
Jaime Garcia, my bad. I focus on the last names.
As long as you got that.
What you got there, Dan?
You know, Jaime's been good, man. And Kershaw's been good as of late. You know, gave up the 2 earned, but then he had a shutout against Atlanta. You know, I just got to stay. I like the Dodgers. I might take a flyer on this later, but right now I'm gonna stay away. But I'm leaning Dodgers.
All right. The final one we've got on a ticket, guys. So I'm not gonna play that game. I think those 2 teams are 2 very good teams, and I think that's
St. Louis is Kershaw's kryptonite.
Gotcha.
That's what scared him, but that's why I think he's going to come out there and really be motivated to have a good game.
All right. The final game we got on the ticket, we got the New York Mets at the Arizona Diamondbacks. New York Mets have Bartolo Colon, who's got, what'd you say? He's got the most wins in the MLB this year?
The most wins, eight wins, baby. 8-3. Good old fat Tolo, baby.
Yes.
Big sexy.
Playing the Arizona Diamondbacks with Chase Anderson. Arizona minus 125 with an under-over of 8.5.
Yeah, look, you guys know, I mean, I'm a Mets homer. It's no joke, but I'm not. I expect Bartolo to come out and pitch well. I know Arizona can be a bandbox, can give up home runs, and that kind of scares you with him. But you know what? I just think he'll come out and have a good enough game. And the offense has gotten behind him for the Mets. But again, I'm not going to put my money on it. I lean Mets, but that's about it.
All right, cool deal. And I think Arizona is the second best team with runs per game. I want to say they're just under 5. And at home, they're even better, man. They're 5.07 runs a game at home. I think they get all over Cologne today. I think Arizona gets the job done personally, but
yeah, it definitely could happen. The weird thing about Arizona is like they either get blown out or they blow somebody out.
Yeah, gotcha.
I feel like So we'll see what happens. I mean, the first 2 games, right? They lost 6-2 against the Mets. They won 7-2 yesterday. So, we'll see. I kind of like the over, but I'll throw that out later if I pop on it.
All right, guys. So we'll get back and we'll recap our baseball. But now, let's get into the Belmont Stakes.
The horse racing in the entire year, Rob.
Yes. This is my man Tommy from fanape.com. Is it just one guy? Do I got 2 on? Who do I got on tonight?
No, you got me too. You got Ted. Freddie and Tommy are both here.
Freddie and Tommy, all right.
What's up, boys?
So we got the big race. We got the big race today. What time does the race go off, dude?
Approximately 6 p.m., but it really depends on the undercard, how quickly they run those races. There was a lot of precipitation earlier at the track today, gentlemen, which plays into the favor of American Pharoah. We have 8 horses to cover. So let's just dive right into it, shall we?
All right. So we got 8 races, guys. This race is tonight. As you guys know, American Pharoah is the horse that won the Preakness and the Kentucky Derby, going for the Triple Crown. And we got 8 horses in this race, and American Pharoah is the overall #1 favorite to win. However, let's see what you guys got to say. So you have the floor. Talk to me about these horses.
Okay, we're going to go down here in post order, starting with Mubtahaj. Now, this is a horse out of Ireland. It won the UAE Derby. Now, that was run at 1.25 miles. He's the only horse to actually have run 2 races at 1.25 miles. His father won the Arc de Triomphe, which is the French version of the Kentucky Derby in Europe. And the trainer, who has the best name in horse racing, Mr. Michael DeCock, is looking to DeCock block American Pharoah's chances at 16-1 is the current odds. And there's actually, as of this moment, $2.2 million pre-wagered on this race. I really like this horse. It had a lot of trouble in the Derby. It was pulled up. If you look at the full running line on it, it was actually slightly fractious in the gate. Did not break well, went behind a wall of horses, was taken up, not sharply, but just enough for him to lose traction. Still finished very well. I'm looking at him as one of my live long shots at 16-1 to upset American Pharoah. Teddy, who do we have in the 2-hole?
In the 2-hole, we got Caleb Berg. Now, Caleb Berg got second in the Preakness. What was interesting about that run is he came from last place in the second half mile to get second, so he passed the entire field. Problem with that, now he can be fatigued. Dallas Stewart, his trainer, was second in the Kentucky Derby in 2004 behind California Chrome, but has not had a winning horse since 2013 in August. But the big thing about this is Joe Rosario, and this is the only reason why I like Caleb Berg, is Joe Rosario is the defending champion. He rode Tonalist last year in the Belmont.
That's right.
And he's currently coming off at 22-1. So if you have him synced up in an exacta, you hit, it's going to actually pay off big, even if American Pharoah wins.
That is a great point. Very astute observations, Teddy. My only contingency with that horse is that deep closers traditionally do not do very well in the Belmont.
No, that's true.
Even though the race is at 1.5 miles, usually it's won by a front-setting speed or horses that are in the top tier. Usually the horses that are in first, second, or third will usually maintain their speed. Belmont is not friendly to closers. So let's move on to the 3rd horse, and that is with the most unfortunate name, Made from Lucky. And this horse should be renamed Made from Garbage, as it finished 14 and 16 lengths behind American Pharoah both times he faced him. This is the weakest horse in the field. At 16-1, I'm throwing him out, even though it's a Fletcher horse. He's part of a dual entry. I like the other one that you're going to discuss later on, but this is the 3-horse Made from Lucky. Don't like him at all. I'm throwing him out.
All right.
Okay,
so
that's in the 3-hole. In the 4-hole, we have Fermento. So Fermento, he got his last race was the Derby. He's coming off currently at, I believe, 23 to 1, opened up at 30 to 1. So people are starting to bet him now, which is actually a good sign. He got fourth in the Bluegrass Stakes and was third, and his third has been his overall best finish. However, at the same time, he has ridden against other horses in this field already, and at the same time, he actually, in his last race, which was a mile in the Kentucky Derby, he actually split time and ended up passing 4 horses at the end, which means he is a deep closer. I know Tommy just said that doesn't actually end up being well, but at the same time, worth looking at again if you want to throw him into a trifecta, into a trifecta or a superfecta, just hoping that he comes in to be the big payoff.
If there's a speed duel up front, that could happen. So, these are what these trainers are hoping for, is that somebody's going to rush to the front. We're going to go to the next pick. The 5 horse, it's American Pharaoh, currently at 1 to 2, meaning that you're going to get $1 for every $2 that you bet.
Yay.
Big money. I am doing a Joe Willie Namath here. I am guaranteeing that American Pharaoh is going to win the Triple Crown today.
Really? All
yes.
right.
Yes.
Tommy is so desperate for a Triple Crown winner.
But doesn't it all? I understand that, guys. But doesn't it all? It's lining up with the weather. The weather's in his favor. The track's in his favor. I mean, he's he can run the distance. I mean, I don't know, man. Part of me wants to go out there. I mean, it's not that far from where I live. Part of me wants to go out there because I think we're going to see history.
It's sold out already. You can't even get in.
You can get a ticket.
To be quite honest, I actually want to see American Pharaoh win because last year when California Chrome lost and faded in the last 200 yards, we actually bear witness to Tommy just breaking down crying.
I did. I cried like a little bitch. I have been so close so many times, and I've won it for horse races. But gentlemen, let's talk value, because there's really not a lot of value. Now there is one way to circumvent this and have the best of both worlds. If American Pharaoh were to win, and if we had a bomber come in second and third, and you're doing a box exacta or a box trifecta, there's still plenty of money to be made, even if he wins. So
next horse is in the 6-hole is Frosted. He got 4th in the Derby, and actually a very impressive run in the Derby, and he also got 1st in the Wood Memorial. Now, the thing that I like about Frosted, he's coming off currently at 5 to 1, but he opened up at 5 to 1, then went up to 7 to 1. Now people are starting to bet him again. He's currently got almost $350,000 bet on him. But what I really like about him is his trainer has won the Belmont in 06 with Jazzle, and always had 4 horses to enter, and has not gotten worse than 4. So when he enters the Belmont, he knows he has a chance. So it's much like a Nick Zito horse who can be a spoiler. My favorite right now, if you take American Pharaoh off the board, would be Frosted.
Okay.
Yeah. Frosted is the logical choice. You're hoping that those odds are going to stay up there. I mean, the morning line was 5 to 1. He went up as high as 7 or 8 to 1. He's back down now again. He is the most logical contender based on form. He won the Wood Memorial. He actually had a minor surgical procedure to clear his airways right before the Derby. He finished very well in the Derby. He was boxed in, tight at the rail. He got 4th in the Derby. And did a very good job, considering he did have a troubled trip, and he's getting better and better as he moves along. So,
but the interesting thing about Frosted in the Derby, he actually had, in the last furlong, he had the fastest time.
Exactly.
So he was faster than American Pharaoh.
Yep.
He was faster than everybody else in the field, which means at the end of the race, he was hitting his speed.
Yeah.
Which can really play to be a spoiler for American Pharaoh in the long race of a mile and a half.
Right. And Rob and Dr. Dan, you want to look at this angle always in the horse races. You want to look at fractional times, final quarter times in races at a mile and above. And if you see the horses, even if they're winning, you can see horses slowing down, and you want to look at horses that are accelerating in that final quarter. So they're picking up the driftwood as they go along, and it can be very deceptive if a horse wins a race like American Pharaoh by 5 lengths. But when you open it up at a mile and a half, you're going to see a lot of wacky things happen. And let's move on to the next horse here. It's Keen Ice. Keen Ice is 17 to 1. This is a Dale Romans horse, a great trainer who's really flying under the radar. This horse didn't do very well in the Derby, Had a modest fractional time.
Got seventh in the Derby.
Got that seventh in the Derby. Not a great horse, but at 17-1, he might be able to pick up some pieces in the exotics. If he gets a clean trip, and this is another horse that's looking for a speed duel up front, and if that falls apart and American Sparrow is caught up with like Materiality or somebody like that, which he's going to talk about here briefly, you could see him coming in second or third. I don't see him winning this. I'm going to go with the one horse, Mubtahaj, as my upset contender. And
the one thing Keen Ice has going for it in all of its races, it's had 7 races in his career. Each one has been a mile or longer.
Right.
So he didn't start off as a sprinter like American Pharoah did.
Yeah.
So he knows distance, so he can do distance. So that can add into if you're going to be doing a Keenan superfecta.
Right.
Coming in at 17-1, if he hits show or fourth, it'll pay off real nice.
Well, Teddy, what do you think about Materiality? That's the other Todd Fletcher entry. He's the stronger one of the two.
He is the stronger one of the two Fletcher horses, but he's coming off at 6-1 right, 7-1 right now. Opened up at 6-1. He got six in the Derby. Not a really great run in the Derby, but he also won the Florida Derby. The thing I didn't like about the Florida Derby is actually his quarter split slowed for each split. It was slower than the previous one, and that was even with his kick coming around the turn. So I'm not really sure where the 6-1 comes from. I mean, he has over $350,000 placed on him to win now, but it doesn't make any sense to me. The only thing I can figure is he's not fatigued. He's going to be coming out in the 8th spot, the short field.
It's a fresh horse, and it's his record too. He was undefeated going into the Derby.
He was.
And also the Florida Derby has a lot of prestige. Ever since Big Brown won it in 2008, you're seeing a lot of great horses come out of the Florida Derby. So people are also betting that angle too, Teddy.
No, I get that. And of course, it's the fresh horse versus the horse like American Pharoah, who's done four races in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the Arkansas Derby, Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and now Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
And so each one of those over a mile underneath.
Right.
And so that's also in 4 weeks. That's traveling over 1,100 miles.
I know. I mean, it's incredible. It's like if you guys can imagine, like, you guys play the odds on the baseball and basketball and like home games and away games, and there are certain advantages to that. Correct, Rob?
Yep, absolutely.
And you got to look at horses the same way that some horses do not like certain tracks and certain conditions, and this is another thing. And that he didn't really enjoy the surface at Churchill Downs. And exercise riders can tell this in the morning. Their action, their rhythm is not as fluid as it normally is, and sometimes they just don't like the track. And I've seen many horses lose a race because they couldn't assimilate to it.
Right.
Got it. All
But
right.
Mubtahaj, and this is another angle. This is why I got a little chub for this horse, is because there's been a lot of news coming out of Belmont through my connections at the track, gentlemen. This is inside stock information. A little tip for you here. He's been training lights out, and he is certainly the wise guy pick. The general public does not know this, but everybody that I know inside the industry is saying he's going to hit the board.
All right.
Now, thinking about the number one horse, Muad'Dib, or whatever his name is. He has been up at Belmont now for going on over almost 4 weeks. So he's been training on Big Sandy now,
and
getting acclimated to the surface. Mm-hmm. But the problem with this year's Belmont is because there's only 8 horses. It's not about picking the 4 that you might think win. It's not trying to eliminate 2 or 3 horses not to bet on, because you can easily box the entire field and exact it and not spend that much money. That's something I would do, because I guarantee to win. Even if I lose money, I still get a win.
You'll win and lose simultaneously.
But I'm okay with that, because I can say I won. But it's one of those like Bob Baffert. He's training American Pharoah. American Pharoah has a chance to be the first horse out of 5 hole to win since 1991 with Hanson. That was a horse that won that bet.
No, actually, Seattle Slew won
at the 4 hole.
No, it was out of the 5 hole, I believe.
No, it was not.
Oh, okay, I stand corrected, Teddy.
I did research.
Oh my God!
Got it.
First time ever.
Cool deal, guys. So you guys are pretty confident that we're going to see a Triple Crown.
I am. Teddy is less confident, but what we want to do for your listeners, and the whole point of being on this show, is to give people value. And, regardless of my own romantic affiliation with, wanting a Triple Crown and wanting it for the sport, let's just look at this in terms of value, gentlemen. So I'm going to go for the upset with the one horse, Mustahaj, and I'm also going to take a long shot here, coming back into form. I'm going to go with the 7 Keen Ice and Frost. So 1, 6, 7. Those are the ones I'm going to focus on outside of American Pharoah. Teddy, who do you like?
Outside of American Pharoah, I'm actually going to focus on Fermento, and one of the big reasons is Nicholas Zito is his trainer. And last 2 times Nicholas Zito as a trainer won the Belmont, they were upsets, and they were coming in as bombers at 20 and 30 to 1. Meaning people are always underestimating his horses.
Yeah.
And you can see by the amount of money that's been put on him right now, they're scrolled down a bit.
Sorry.
Got it. All right.
So Fermento has actually had. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's had almost $800,000 put on him already, coming in at 20 to 1. He opened up at 30 to 1.
Yeah.
And so, actually, yeah. So, I like Fermento. I'm not as big sold as Mustahaj, but I do like Frost and Keen Ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the. If I'm going to box exacta, I'm going 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
All right,
Fine.
cool.
So we have some consensus picks here. It seems like we both agree with Frosted and Keen Ice as the lively picks inside of there. Again, I'm going to go with the 1. I see it's going to be really tough for anybody to beat American Pharoah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Basically,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to parlay, I think, American Pharoah with some sports to get some value. That's how you get value, player.
Right, exactly. But again, American Pharoah could win at 2 to 5 or 3 to 5, and if you were to have any of the horses that we mentioned come in second or third in a box trifecta, and a lot of people don't know this. The total bet just has to be anything over $2, whether it's a $2 win bet. But this is a little sneaky thing. This is how we make a little bit of money on the side. We'll do a 50-cent key trifecta box. So that'll only cost you $6, and you can play 4 horses. So you can key 1 horse on top, and then roll and have all 3 horses on the bottom. So for $6, you could actually put a bet on Frosted, for instance. You could key Frosted in the first position, and then you could roll 3 other horses underneath him for 50 cents. That's called a 50-cent key trifecta. So that's a really good angle to play today.
Awesome.
And again, for $30 or $40, you could basically take your top 4 choices and have them in rolling trifectas.
All right, cool deal.
I'm just going to pair him with Bumgardner.
Yeah, Dan, I was just about to say that, dude. Let's do American Pharoah and Bumgardner with the Giants today.
Let's do it.
That's a dope parlay, kid. I like that, man. All right. So, all right, guys. Well, you know what? Hey, awesome information as always, man. I love having you guys on to break down the knowledge, and I appreciate you breaking down every single horse.
Oh yeah, I mean, thank you. And we're so gracious that you gave us, a lot of airtime. You probably went a little bit over today. But thank you so much, Teddy, and I greatly appreciate. We love the passion, the enthusiasm, the energy that you guys bring each and every day. We love your show. Huge fans.
Awesome. Thank you, man. We appreciate it, and vice versa. And guys, you do your own show on SoundCloud, which I always listen to. Guys, check out fanape.com. These guys rip it all the time, all different subjects, and just a lot of fun over there, man. So what you guys got to plug, man?
Well, you can go to fanape.com. We're in a bit of a hiatus with our show Kid and Player out of New York City. That's recorded live during we cover fantasy football primarily and then horse racing during the big races. But we run our own fantasy football show. It's called Kid and Player, hosted by Alfonso Smith and his prodigy son, Isaac. That's a weekly show.
Did he beat us last year?
Yeah, I don't even want to talk. Let's not talk about that.
He got beaten by an 11-year-old.
Yeah, an 11-year-old knocked us out of the playoffs. Let's not talk about that.
Nice.
But that is our marquee show, and we'd love to discuss fantasy football with you guys in July and into August if you want to do some preview stuff for that.
Definitely.
But currently, our main show is called Hello Neighbor. People can listen to it on fan8.com. It's our weekly show. We have an episode up right now, episode 56, right, Kay?
Yeah.
It's our Belmont Stakes special, so people can get a lot more information before the race goes off today. If you want more of the minutia and the factoids, it's there. So go to fan8.com, listen to episode 56 of Hello Neighbor. And then we also did a little NFL preview as well at the end of it. So hopefully you'll enjoy that as well.
All right, fantastic. All right, thanks so much for calling in, guys, on this Saturday afternoon. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much.
We love you, Rob. We'll talk to you again soon.
Likewise, man. Take care.
All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye. Dr. Dan, the evil genius of Major League Baseball. Let's get back to the diamond here, kid. All right, so you and I are feeling the San Francisco Giants with Mr. Madison Bumgarner on the mound.
Oh yeah.
You think that they are going to layeth the smacketh down on the Phillies?
All over it, baby. All over it.
All right.
I just keep smelling playoff tickets.
Are we? No. Are we? Yeah, because the Phillies we're going to go to a Phillies playoff game.
Oh yeah. No, I think we'll be right there in Citi
That
Field,
would
man.
be the best, dude. That would be
Field.
my ultimate win if the Phillies just started winning like 100. They started winning like nonstop. 9-1
games in a row.
And then
Win the World Series.
that would be the ultimate playoff game for you to buy me a ticket to would be the Phillies.
Oh God, I probably got my ass kicked there.
All right, guys. So we're looking at it. I don't play run lines, Dan.
I know.
But I'm considering taking a run line with the Giants.
Yeah.
I'm considering it, man. I'm really doing it.
I know.
All right, guys. So here's the deal. I am looking at the Twins. I am looking at the San Francisco Giants. I am looking at a team total Phillies under. 3 runs is tight. I may get back to, but definitely the Twins and San Fran are a big, big play of mine.
Yeah, I'm all over the Twins with you there.
Okay, so you and I are on the same page with that.
Yeah, we're on the same page. And then I'm rolling that Bumgarner Price parlay. And
Really?
I'm also going to roll the Bumgarner American Pharaoh parlay. And I know we're both on the UEFA Champions game on the over.
Yes. Over
We're
2.5.
both on that over.
Yep.
2.5.
2.5. Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
cousin.
also rolling Juventus.
All right. So
plus 500.
and let's see, my boy Zay is on that. My boy Jay Cast is on that. We got all the soccer experts here, all feeling that over in that game. So
Oh yeah.
we're looking good there. All right. So that's a consensus soccer play, guys. We're doing the over in the Barcelona 2.5. Big ups to the fake fam, cousin Pete, everybody that's out there. We love you guys. Along with the hashtag SBTVNation. You and I are both feeling the Minnesota Twins and the San Francisco Giants. I'm going to fall back from K-Sizzle just because I like those two teams way better.
Yeah.
So we got that going. You are doing the just run through your stuff. You're doing the Tigers and Bumgarner and American Pharaoh all mixed.
Yeah, so I'm doing Bumgarner and Pharaoh is a 2-team parlay. Bumgarner Price is a 2-teamer. And just for fun, I'm going to go the over in the soccer game.
Yep.
Bumgarner, American Pharaoh.
Ooh. That sounds pretty dope.
It's going to be, kind of light, but it pays out real nice.
Oh, all right.
So if you look at that, guys, that is, and I'll pull it up exactly what it is while Rob gives out his plays. But let's see. If you take that, you parlay that all together, it's plus 360.
So that's American Pharaoh, the over in the Barcelona game, and Bumgarner. Ooh, that is so, dude. So realistically, I mean, if you look at the times here, Barcelona.
I just might throw a bucket a quarter on it.
Yeah, right. Why not?
Bucket a quarter to pay out 5.
All right. Hey, you know what? It is. Yeah. Damn. pay $500, and then at the end, you can even do like a couple of small. You know, if you get all that to work in the first two legs,
right?
We could take a couple of underdogs in the horse race and laugh.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some 10-1 shots or whatever, and make money either way.
I'll be taking those boys anyway.
Yes.
I just, you know, I ain't even going to throw it out because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I just like taking long shots against. I mean, look, I think it's Pharaoh all the way. Like I said, it wasn't supposed to be nasty. It's nasty out today, and I think that really benefits that horse. That I think Pharaoh's my play of the day over anything.
Yeah, so you got to lay $125 to win 100 so far, based on the odds that I'm looking at.
Yeah, and you know, I feel real good about that. I think we see some history today.
Some history, a triple crown. Interesting. All right, and guys, hit up. Let's see. You know, we got fanape.com who came on. Stellar information. We got my man Rick Lopez who loves the horses. I know my man the Kid Picks bets horses every day, so you might want to talk to him a little bit. We got AZ Wildcat 83. That's somebody to talk to. My man Damian Dazenberg. He's big into the horses as well. We got a lot of horse people on here. Even Crush the Bookie. And he's feeling American Pharoah as well. He said the field is kind of shaky. So
yeah.
Let's do it, Dan. Let's
get that money, baby.
Let's get popping, guys. All right, guys. We are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world, airing 7 days a week. Dan, I'm looking forward to getting back on here with you tomorrow.
Let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to have to get up early. I've been making my wife breakfast on Sundays, so I'm going to have to get up pretty early and do that. So I'll take care of her and do a little egg whites, turkey bacon, Ezekiel bread, you know, a little healthy. It tastes dope, and it's all healthy. So that's the way I'm doing it, with some fruit. And I'm going to be rocking and rolling tomorrow with that. And we'll be on at 10 a.m. because, you know what, I look forward to the baseball talk with you, Dan.
Yeah, man, I wish I could do it more, but I'm excited to make some money today. Come back at it. We'll rock it again tomorrow.
Oh, definitely, man. So let's see. Retweeting the show, I got Bookie/sports bets. I've got Jerry Cusati. What's going on, brother? I got Millworth 7. I got TBW, who almost won Freaky Fridays yesterday. He was winning all the way till the end, and then Immaculate came out of nowhere with the gymnast. I got Wayne out there. Like I said, TBW. I got your boy Shiv. I got Rick Lopez. I got Vosky. I got Jay Cast, who is on Barcelona money line. Barcelona over 2.5 and over 1 for Barcelona first half. I got the Vev. I got Papa Bear. I got Marmar. I got Baller Betts, who is feeling the under in the Boston-Oakland game today. I got Bud Cheddar. I got Tony Enab, who's saying that the Phillies team total is 3, so we might want to take a look at that. And so many more, guys. We are the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays and get that money. Take care.
Peace.